Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're really well. I'm here today to share with you a brand new palette that will be hitting Sephora stores in May. So it should be hitting stores now. It is the brand new SuperHero eyeshadow palette from It Cosmetics. You guys know I've been spruiking, well, I haven't been selling this stuff, but I've been talking about It Cosmetics since, when Sephora started here in Australia and we first got access to it. I've been using the It Cosmetics CC Confidence in a Cream for years now, and I just always keep coming back to it. It's just fail proof for me. I really enjoy the It Cosmetics skincare. I love their tight line mascara. I think their powders are also amazing. The Bye Bye Pores is fantastic. So it came as no surprise to me that when I received the when I received the SuperHero palette in January of this year and I played with it, it came with no surprise to me that I actually loved it. So I'm wearing the palette on my eyes today. I'm wearing about 3 or 4 shades from the palette, and it's giving me a slightly lopsided, I feel like this one's a little darker than the other one, but a slightly lopsided but quite a nice and on-trend kind of bronzy / gold look to the eyes. It's giving me quite a lot of depth. But what I like about this palette is that you can also use it very subtly. As with all their cosmetics, particularly their eyeshadows, they do have an anti-aging kind of formula. So it contains anti-aging kind of elements that help to prevent creasing and prevent signs and wrinkles of aging on the eyes while you're actually using the product. So let's talk about the packaging first. We've got this beautiful soft touch cardboard packaging. It's got this kind of odd shape here, which I think reflects the SuperHero mascara. It's a similar shape. We have silver embossed lettering here, very nice. It is going to attract a lot of fingerprints. That's what happens with this soft touch, but it's nice to see them move away from that velvety cover. We have a lovely big mirror that I'm not going to show you. It's quite a heavy full mirror. It's not one of those cheap plastic ones. And then we have 12 shades there. The palette does not fold back because the lid actually doesn't fold all the way back, so it actually makes a cute little stand-up vanity for you to use. But of course that makes it really difficult for me to show you the palette. So I just realised I checked the camera straight after filming, and I realised that the camera only filmed the first 5 minutes or so of me filming or me recording, whatever, and in actual fact there should have been about 20 minutes of footage. Fantastic. Okay, well anyway, it's all fresh in my mind. Let's go through this again. As I was saying, there are 12 shades inside. I'm going to use this piece of paper so I don't blind you. The palette has been designed or put together in 3 kind of shades, families of shades, I don't know, whatever. So the first one here are the SuperHero Nudes. So what you have here are 4 shades, or 3 shades essentially, plus the foundation, which we'll get to in a second. But 3 shades where you can achieve a very subtle nude belly there look. For me, this shade in the middle makes a perfect transition shade for a very soft look. And then in the middle here you have the SuperHero Neutrals, which give a neutral look, which help to, what's the word, I guess, accentuate eye colours. And they're all shimmers there, they're all beautifully pigmented and rich. And they're the shades that you can really work with to get some depth of colour in your eye look. So there's a gold, there's a very kind of plummy purple, and then there's what looks like a dusty red or a rusty colour. Comes out quite nice and bronzy on the eyes. And then what you have here are 3 very richly pigmented shades, which are actually liners, but can be used as dry eyeshadows as well. Now these things down the bottom are what It Cosmetics are referring to as eye foundations. So they're 3 very richly pigmented, almost opaque neutral shades, which are like a foundation for all over the eye. So they are going to cancel out any redness, any veins or purpleness from, you know, capillaries and stuff under the skin, and they are going to provide a lovely base for all the other colours to sit on. Now, I'm not going to say that these are primers. I would still use a primer with these, but they do help to just lay down a bit of colour so that everything else looks more vibrant, and so everything else just blends so much more easily on it. So starting with these foundations, we have a pink toned shade there, which is fantastic for light skin tones. We have a more yellowy or golden shade there, which is better for more olive or medium skin tones. And then we have what looks like a shimmery bronzer, but it's actually, when you touch it and when you swatch it, it's actually not as shimmery as it looks. It's almost just a very nice satin finish, and it's in this sort of more bronzy shade. Let's have a look at these. I'm going to try and swatch these well, even though this piece of paper is in the way. So just first impressions are that these are so soft. So they're not like, they don't have that gel-like consistency that like a Morphe shadow has, and they also don't have that real oily feel like a, what's the word, Makeup Geek foiled shadow. What they do have is this really super velvety. They're really velvety to the touch, and you'll see that even with just a swipe, there is a lot of coverage there. You can see that that bronzy shade is just a touch more reflective than the others. The other two are super matte, and so like I said, you can see how that would help to create a really even base for your eyes. The nudes, as I said, give a very soft look. I've used that pink shade today as a transition shade all over in my crease and moving up towards my brow, and it's just provided a really nice little flush of colour there. And then that brown, isn't that beautiful? So you can see how you can get quite a nice quite a nice nude look with these shades. The neutrals is where I've gotten most of my colour today. So I did start off with something quite subtle, went into that beautiful rusty bronze shade, and things kind of got, I feel like this one's a lot darker than this one. It could just be the lights, but I've gone a little overboard with that one. I created quite a vibrant look, but then I've used that gold and just patted that all over the lid to add a little bit more brightness. So we have a gold here, we have a deep rich purple, and then that rust shade. And then we have these three shades. Now I've used these two shades. I've never used the blue because I don't think I've ever used a navy blue eyeshadow. I don't know. But these are very rich. So these are actually liners. So what I've done with my eyes today, can you see that? So what I've done with my eyes today is I've gone in with a liner brush into the black dry, and I've used it to get in between my lashes to give a little bit more fullness to my lashes. And then I've spritzed my brush with some Fix Plus and gone in there and created quite a rich black liner with it, and then gone and just really done a very thin line above my eyes. But you can see there, they're very pigmented. So I feel like all of those shades are very wearable. If I was going to take out one shade, it would be the blue, and maybe put in another bronzy, kind of more warm tone bronze, or an olive green or something like that, because I think that as a liner would be really beautiful with some of these other shades. I didn't buy this palette, it was gifted to me. Having a look at it now, I probably wouldn't have purchased it for myself if I saw it in store, but now that I've used it, I guess maybe half a dozen times or so, I can see the value in it. I think it's incredibly amazing for someone who has a pretty sort of set makeup look that they enjoy, but wants to mix it up with a few different shades. I think the formula is impeccable on these. They are a little bit powdery when you swatch them, but when you do pick them up with a brush and tap off that brush, I haven't experienced any fallout whatsoever. They're so smooth, and they just blend really well, particularly on top of that eye foundation. While I wouldn't go as far as to say that iCosmetics is a brand for older women, I would say that if you're 40 and above and you're going to be wearing makeup anyway, why not go ahead and use something that's also beneficial to your skin and is going to help to prevent further aging? It just kind of makes sense to me. So on the screen now I'll have details such as how much is it going to cost and when it will be in stores. This will be a Sephora exclusive in Australia, and it also will be limited edition, so it's not going to be part of the Cosmetics permanent line as far as I know. What do you think? Is this something that you think you would pick up for yourself, or it's almost Mother's Day? Is this something maybe you could pick up for mum? It's pigmented enough that mum, will get a lovely eye look out of it, but it's not so wild that they're not going to use the shades. I feel like looking at all the shades, if used in a certain way, are more than acceptable for the workplace. They don't look like they're too crazy to wear, you know, out and about as they lunch or brunch. And it's certainly, I think, a palette which is going to be able to use by a wide range of skin tones. So that's it. As usual, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming and spending a little bit of time with me in my little corner of the internet. If there are any questions, please leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Otherwise, I would love for you to subscribe or like this video, and have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye.